Hello, I'm Wayne. This is Forge of Solace Paints. Today we're going to talk about what we're going to be working on over the next few months in the run up to Christmas, taking us into the end of the year. With that said, let's get into it. Thanks for interacting with me last week when I asked the question of what you'd like to see me working on next, be that the Soul Blight Grave Lords or my Slaves to Darkness. And well, everybody pretty much went with Soul Blight Grave Lords, which surprised me somewhat, but that's absolutely fine. I'm really excited to get my army finished, and well, I'm already a fair amount of the way there. That said, I've got a fair few things still left to do. So, after the success of the Stormcast tutorials, how I got those looks, the colours and the processes involved, hopefully you enjoyed those, I thought I'd do the same for the remainder of the Soul Blight Grave Lords. Okay then, let's take a look at what I've currently got, and do remember, let me know in the comments if there's anything at all that you think I need to be adding to this army to make it competitive, but more importantly, to make it flavourful. I'm not bothered about winning games, what I want to do is have a really fun, thematic army. And, well, vampires are kind of cool, aren't they? So, let's be honest. Let's go with that route. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got. The first thing I've got is a swathe of zombies ready to hit the battlefield. There's a little bit of finishing off. I think I've got a unit of 10 I need to finish now. So that's going to be first on deck. How we get those up to tabletop standard in a really fast time. And these are really cool sculpts as well, to be fair. I do like them. I'm loving how all of the branches just jutting out of them. I think that's really, really cool. Nice one, G-dubs. Next up is we've got the Dire Wolves. Got a full unit of 10 of these to do. That'll take me up to 20 in total. I'm not sure if I need more than that. What do you reckon? Again, let me know down in the comments if you think that I do need more. They're kind of cool. Really enjoying how these look. Might make them different to the first unit that I did. I'm thinking perhaps maybe white. Fellbats, got another unit of 3 of these. I've already done one unit of them, which were for the Cursed City project. So I'm wondering what we can do to make these a little bit different. How would you like to see them painted? More realistic, more cartoony? Obviously they need to fit in with the wider army, and I'll show you the wider army in the next video, I think it's going to be, in fact. So we'll go from there and we'll develop a colour scheme together. We'll work through it much like we did in the previous videos. Now, we've got 10 Blood Knights. I have to admit, I wasn't really a fan of these sculpts, but once I got them in hand, my perceptions really changed. These are very, very cool. There's a lot of detail on there, but I'm going to paint them in a very fast, quick and efficient manner. Now, it's not going to be too far removed from the colour scheme that's seen on screen now upon the GW site, but I want to add my own twist onto it. There may be a little bit of OSL in there, but this army is pretty much going to stay away from too much of the OSL. We're going to revisit that with the Slaves to Darkness. Now, this is an odd one. I picked these up recently at a tabletop sale, and I wasn't really going to add them to the army, to be absolutely honest, but it fits a couple of needs. I can use them in Warcry, which is fantastic, but I also really like this wolf dude. I think it's a fantastic sculpt, and I really want to paint it. Now, this colour scheme, definitely not going to work for me, so we need to bring it around to what I've currently got, which is playing on reds and blues. Definitely leaning into the blue-skinned vampires. I'm not a massive fan of this Japanese aesthetic that they've got going. Part of my it's more Chinese, I suppose. The Chinese vampire aesthetic, I'm not into that, but going to keep them pretty much standard. Introduce some flavour with the bases and do the rest with colour. No conversion work, but we'll figure this one out. I think this one might be its own video, in fact. Now, we're on to some more of the interesting stuff. So, we've got Luc Revere. I've got 2 of these. So, we're going to do one as Luc Revere and one as the generic, I can't remember what the character's name is, but the one with the dude holding the sword up. I'm really excited to paint these. I'm not a massive fan of the weird Senator kind of look of it, but I do like the sculpt. There's something about it that I like and dislike, which is really going to kind of lend into, hopefully, the paint scheme, and I can make something that I think will look kind of cool. This might be one that gets a little bit of OSL goodness. Then, last but certainly not least, at least for the mainstay of the army, we've got Nagash. Now, I've wanted to paint this dude for a while. I picked it up at my favourite local game store, Murfield Miniatures. Check it out if you're local to West Yorkshire. And I've had this guy for a while. It was put together particularly badly. There was bits of sprue all over that I'm being clipped off. So we'll work through this entire thing of taking it from what it is to where we want to get it. We'll clean it back, strip it, and hope, well, it doesn't need stripping. It's base coated, undercoated, sorry. But we'll strip it back to as far as we can get. Then we'll do the entire process from the get-go. We might not get the finish that we wanted because it's already been put together, and depending on if we can get a couple of the parts off of the model, it would be good to do sub-assemblies, but we're going to go with a thematic base that ties it into the wider army, and hopefully, for what was, I think I paid 40 quid for it, we should get a really nice centerpiece for this army. What else do we have? So we've got a corpse cart as well, and we've got some characters. We've got Carla von Karstein, I think, the Year 3 Warhammer Plus figure. I've not got him yet, but I'm definitely going to pick up Kadir, the Hollow King. I can't remember his surname. Is it Ezekiel or... yeah, him, the Hollow King. And I think that's it for the Soul Blight. Oh, we've got a Necromancer as well. Now, we'll take a look at the wider army in next week's video, I think. We'll get some good conversation around what we're going to do, figure it out, plan it out, and look at what we're going to do. The first thing we are going to touch base with is the zombies, figure out the basing scheme, and get through those. I think that's going to be a really good starting point, and I'm hoping to get through all of this stuff before the end of the year. The reason being, 2025, I want to start off strong with the Slaves to Darkness. So we're going to get this done, and we'll have 2 full armies then, and we can start doing some videos on playing 4th edition. And I know these videos for the past couple of weeks haven't been fantastic. I've just not had time. I've not had the motivation to get things into a position where I could start doing some tutorials. They do take me a little bit of time to do things like the Stormcast video. So interacting with me and letting me know what you want to see next has been really, really helpful. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Same name, Forge of Solace. I'm here every week. Interact with me down in the comments. Do subscribe, let people know about it, and we'll go from there. Right. I'll see you in the next one. I'm really excited for this. I'll catch you later. Have a good hobby week. See ya.